Hi, I'm Mike Davis. Welcome to my gallery. A lot of the work you see here has been hanging for a little while. I've got new skills that I'm working on right now. A lot of the three-dimensional stuff is relatively new. The flat work I've been at for a while. I'm constantly coming up with some new ideas and new approaches. So here's the gallery works. The studio itself is through here. And I function amongst my myriad of collected items that I've amassed over the years. I used to be a model builder, so all these ships I've built myself.
Wow.
And I've collected all the butterflies as well. So it's just something I enjoy doing. And a lot of the work is done on this board when I need to stand up to do work, and you can go back to the back and see my drafting table. I do a lot of work back here as well.
So when and why did you start making art?
Well, golly, I started making art at a very early age. I was just a young kid. My parents still have drawings that I did when I was just in elementary school. And when I got out of the service, I had even drawn in the service and did a lot of stuff there, and thought, well, you know, I think I'll pursue this as a career. So I spent my working career as a graphic designer in the DC area. That was about 25 years worth. I did a lot of magazine covers, a lot of logos, corporate stuff. But I always created art. I've always enjoyed the process of fine art, and I've been experimenting. I've done everything from watercolor to airbrush, acrylics, oils. And right now what I'm trying to, or at least my main impetus right now, is these three-dimensional pieces. A lot of people locally are familiar with some of my work. This is a good example. No glass, but all three-dimensional. Most of it's in shadow box frames that I build myself. And all of it is on drawing board, illustration board, paper.
So, what is your motivation?
Well, I think as a career artist, you're motivated by the fact that you need to create. A lot of people say, well, I have to do this or I have to do that. We as artists, and I speak collectively of people that I know that are artists, you create because you have the internal need to do so. And creativity, you know, it fits into so many different genres. Creative musicians, dance. But creativity, I think, is in your entire life. Anything you do, you always look at a creative way to do it. I like to cook. I cook creatively. I don't look at recipes. I just start throwing things together. Some of it you can eat, some of it you can't. But it's still a creative process. And it's simply that there is a need, I think, internally to be creative and to create, and that's what motivates me more than anything.
And last, why are you here on the Outer Banks?
Well, I think like a lot of people here, we visited for years. We came down from the Northern Virginia area, as I mentioned, and visited probably years before we finally decided that we didn't want to go back. And I think after every week stay, we would say, wouldn't it be fun if we didn't have to go back up to the big city and deal with all that? But there came a time in our life when our kids were grown, they were all college educated, and we thought, well, here's a window of opportunity, let's go for it. So we did. We surveyed a lot of the areas around here. We found this particular environment that we loved. We had to have some big trees. We wanted to be on the water. So when we did have that opportunity to come down, we took it. We've been here 17 years now. Loved every minute of it and look forward to another 17, at least.
Well, great. Thank you so much.
Certainly.